We don't like coups. We are not up for coups. We only want these puppets to ever change your heart. But we're talking about a puppet that's been eating for decades. There's no hope for some of these puppets to come out here and pivot and suddenly start working for the people. A lot of these puppets just simply have to be removed. More energy to this, more energy to this. That's why some of these people don't understand my tone. Who will come out here unapologetically and say, free Congo. It's been a long time coming. Some of us will come out here and decisively speak loud.
Yes.
Free Congo. Yes, you shall hear it. Whether you are a neighbor of Congo or not, whether you're guilty or not. Free Congo.
And let this South African also say, free the Congo.
You guys get this straight. When I say Gabon, when I say Rwanda, when I say South Africa, when I say Niger, Burkina Faso, Morocco, I'm not talking about any of you citizens. I'm talking about the people that govern your countries. I'm talking about your leaders, heads of states, president, people that have been elected in public office. So take a chill pill. Don't get out here and be all emotional about everything. We are talking about the people that run, people that make the decisions in your country, the lawmakers, the ones that take actions that end up in genocides. I saw somewhere that apparently the number of rebel groups in that region, East Congo, is about 220. Everybody only knows and everybody only talks about M23.
Yeah, that's the famous one.
Yeah, because M23 has somehow made it at a very big stage. They've succeeded in their wrongdoing.
Yeah, it's not a very nice succeeding thing.
It's not something to be proud of.
Yeah, exactly.
There's over 200. Some of the other ones are also opportunists and people and ex-soldiers or generals in this case that also want a piece of the pie.
Yeah.
Just like that Christian Malanga. Do you know how to say the name now? Malanga.
Christian Malanga.
Malanga.
Yes.
Congolese name, huh?
Yes, yes.
Christian Malanga. Yes, coups. Coups left, right, and center. Coups in west of Africa, coups in Central Africa, coups in the north. There's been so many coups in the motherland, it's unreal. And it also makes sense that there should be coups. Because when puppets are leading nations, coups are inevitable.
Yeah.
Some honorable people, some honorable individuals, such as Ibrahim Traore, as we are seeing, in Burkina Faso, that's why coups exist.
Yes.
Because of corrupt governments.
Yes, and some coups are honestly for the better, like Ibrahim Traore. But this one that Christian Malanga tried.
You have an opinion on that? You sound already like you have
I have an opinion.
Really?
But that one, I don't know what they were thinking. It was just, I don't know, it was bad planning.
It
really.
was bad planning.
Yeah, bad planning. And even if you look at the post on the news, the videos.
On the mainstream media news?
Yes, the mainstream.
We're going to keep an open mind.
Yeah, open mind.
Yes.
But, you know, the civilians that he coerced, I'm going to say, to be part of his attempt, they were old men. I saw an old grandpa there also with a gun. I mean,
did you say they were old men?
Old. There was like old men.
There was old men among them, elders.
Yes, elderly people.
Yes, they're still hungry. They're still hungry.
Yeah, but come on.
They're still hungry. But they used some of those young folks, young blood out there also to try to, to use the force. But it wouldn't work. But they were sophisticated because some of the equipments that they used were actually, they were pretty organized. You know, one can say they were organized or somebody can say that the Democratic Republic of Congo has a stupid security system in place.
That is my next one.
Because these particular 50 men were able to get all the way to the presidential palace. Actually, in fact, not just the Congo, any government, if you consider yourself a country, how is it possible for anyone, never mind people who are attempting to overthrow a government, how do they easily get to the presidential palace? How?
Yeah, I get that. I mean, that was also...
Those old men were able to get to the presidential palace.
Yes, that was like one of my thoughts. When I saw this was happening, I was like, but how did they bypass all that security? But then in the end, DRC military, they got them.
DRC military.
Yes.
I have to admit, I have to say this out loud for them to hear me. It's been a while since I actually saw the DRC military. Where have these people been hiding? They stand up there and they talk with so much professionalism. We did this. They are weak. They cannot even stand up to M23. Go to the east over there in the east, and let's see how strong you are. Those particular soldiers, every single one of those particular soldiers in the army, the ones that were involved in making sure that this coup doesn't succeed, those are the ones that are currently still eating.
Oh yeah.
Those are the ones whose salaries are still being received. Those particular generals are still receiving money for their own benefit.
Yeah.
They're not well motivated for them to take up arms and protect the country. A country that has 9 freaking neighboring countries. You know that the DRC
it's landlocked, yeah.
has about 9 neighboring countries. That's big, huh?
Yeah, it is.
You
That's
cannot
a lot.
have those particular elders as soldiers, those old men. Yes, those soldiers are hungry.
Yeah.
The couple of few that were there to protect the supposed Vital Camara, the guy who stands to be the next speaker of the house, those particular soldiers are still somehow satisfied. Should their pockets be threatened, should their salaries be reduced, they themselves would want to create their own coup.
Yeah.
All these coups are self-motivated.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, if you read about Christian Malanga's background, he was in the military of Congo.
Of course.
He was a politician. He was a captain.
Yeah, he's another red beret.
Yeah.
Red beret.
So even the fact that he got so close, he got inside, he got to the steps of the palace, it could be because of his connections, his past connections.
I have to look deep into this particular story of Christian Malanga and still try to understand how come he was able to hold dual citizenships. Because if I'm not mistaken, and perhaps drop your comments in the comment section, Congolese people are not allowed to have more than one, like dual citizenships.
Oh, really?
Like that. Yeah, only the Congolese, whatever. But I don't know if he denounced the one of the Congo. Perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps I'm wrong. We live and we learn. Please correct me. But you cannot have another citizen because he has the American citizen.
Yes.
Or should I say he had? Because he's now been deceased.
Yes.
The guy who was talking like that on Facebook. You spoke about, when we watched that clip, you said you couldn't understand what he was saying.
Yeah, I was trying to find English versions, but even the translated ones, I feel like it was just their opinion. It wasn't fully.
He was speaking in Lingala. He was saying this particular Tshisekedi, this government, they're doing stupid stuff. We cannot live like this. This is not a normal life. These people are playing with our lives. Enough with this regime. Enough with Felix Tshisekedi. We're going to go out there and take matters in our own hands. Enough. We cannot live like animals. This Tshisekedi regime is corrupt to the core and it's not doing anything for the good and better of Congolese people. We're going to take arms now. We're going to go in full force. That's what he was basically saying in Lingala.
He was based in US. And he started this party in the US called UCP, right? United Congolese Party.
United Congolese Party.
Yes. And I went for a deep dive on him a little bit. He actually he had a YouTube channel called the New Zaire Organization, I think.
Wait, they still use the old flag?
Yes, exactly. And if you just go through those videos, it is just him eating, basically. Eating, walking around with Congolese music in the background. They're not really saying anything. It was
mediocre.
It was mediocre.
It was like a home video.
Exactly. Bad editing.
Bad editing. That's Africa for you right there.
But
you see that Africa, as much as we have to report the news. Even mainstream media comes out here and reports what's happening in Congo, in Uganda, in any of these African countries, most of these African countries. If you were to travel there, some of them, you don't expect to see well-developed structures and all these types of stuff. And And a lot of their mentalities is still freaking backward.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of them have the opportunity to travel and go abroad and visit the first world countries, more advanced countries, still in their own places there. They still have that old mentality where they just do things so like nonchalant. Like
Yeah.
that. You would go to like a general's place or even like the main general guy. You'd be like, this is the house of the general? You'd be shocked.
Yeah.
Even in that Sierra Leone, when I went to, what do you call that place? The Ministry of Mines.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I stood outside the freaking building and I was like, this is the Ministry of Mines? What the fuck? Really? You walk in there, it's so freaking laid back. You would think that with all this money that you guys are talking about, we found a stone that's worth $750 million and all this kind of thing. We give tax, a cut of this has to go to the government before you export this stone. You would think that they would take all that money, all that capital, all that revenue and reinvest it back into their own development. Even that Kinshasa, Congo, when you land in Kinshasa, you gotta get to town, you gotta get to the CBD, you gotta get to where all these hotels are.
Yeah.
You gotta travel through a very disgusting, dirty road, first of all. Felix Tshisekedi, hear me. We say it like it is over here. It's shameful. On one hand, we don't like the fact that this Christian Malanga came in there with the coup. We don't like coups. We are not up for coups. We only want these puppets to have a change of heart. But we're talking about a puppet that's been eating for decades. There's no hope for some of these puppets to come out here and pivot and suddenly start working for the people. A lot of these puppets just simply have to be removed. But like we said before, some coups are genuine and some coups are only for self-benefiting gains.
Yeah, and this one was definitely the past one.
It was a selfish
this
one.
recent one was just pure selfish, and it was just him trying to hype up Christian Malanga himself and his son Marcel.
It was him being pissed off of the fact that Felix Tshisekedi's government, or Felix Tshisekedi, whether Felix Tshisekedi's vision or ambition of nationalizing the mines, whether that's for the people, for the good of the state, or for corruption, this particular Malanga, Christian Malanga, owned upwards of 7 to 9 mines in Kolwezi, you know, close to those east. He owned all of that. So he was also part of the people that forfeited their mines.
Yeah.
We're talking about money again. It's always been about money in the Democratic Republic of Congo. We're talking about puppets who are getting pissed off here because their bread is being messed with, is being tampered with. So they get motivated for selfish reasons.
Yeah.
How can a general who served in the army own so many freaking mines? Conflict of interest right there. This Christian Malanga was out here to try to do it for himself.
Yes.
That's why he brought back that particular flag. That flag that took place during the dictatorship regime of Mobutu Sese Seko. That flag has blood on it. That flag is not what Patrice Lumumba fought for.
When did
1961.
1965?
Patrice Lumumba?
No, when they changed from Zaire to Congo.
Around that, around that 1996, around then. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, but because in 1961, that's when Patrice Lumumba was kidnapped by the CIA. I'm not saying anything new here. There's nothing new for you.
Really?
I'm not blowing the whistle on anybody. It's a known fact. And the CIA was involved in the killing, the assassination, the kidnapping of Patrice Lumumba in 1961. And Mobutu Sese Seko was part of the figures that initiated that particular kidnapping to finally get rid of our first prime minister, the person who ushered in some form of independence. He was kidnapped shortly after that. And then Mobutu came in for 3 decades. And after Mobutu, Paul Kagame and them, Rwandan people, initiated this whole freaking takeover with Laurent Kabila, the father himself, the Kabila people, since that 1996, who also stayed in power for some time until his son took over.
Yes.
They brought this whole Congo thing from that Rwanda side. They brought this whole Congo thing. We were born in Zaire.
Yes.
We were not born in this Congo thing that came through with the rebels and all this kind of thing and Kabila, and now we got Tshisekedi back in there. Even before Tshisekedi took this power, it was a struggle with Kabila, but then the US had to step in and create this, in the eyes of the public, a transition, a democratic transition of power. Fake. The US is behind all this. What's also shocking is this Malanga boy.
Marcel, the son.
Sorry, he's not a boy. The general. It's Malanga general. Actually, he's a boy. I'm older than him. Was
Which
what,
one?
41 or 42?
Oh, Christian.
Malanga.
Yeah.
I'm like 41, 42. I'm older than him.
He's 41, yeah.
I'm older than him. I just look young. Yes. He's got a son.
Yes.
He persuaded and influenced his son. He commanded his own son, the mixed race kid.
Yeah.
Right?
He's
Something Malanga.
Marcel Malanga.
Marcel.
Yes.
Marcel is there's probably a bunch of American chicks
We were wanting Marcel.
Yeah, I would say Marcel is my guy. He's my G. Marcel's got it going on. He probably drops a freaking G-Wagon in that freaking US. And he created this whole freaking facade and everything in America. Hey, I'm going to take over the government over there. And then he lands over there. Things go crazy as they did. His father gets killed. And his life has just completely freaking changed now. Those people's lives.
Completely.
Oh,
I mean, now you see him sitting like this.
Those lives,
in the videos.
Those lives are completely changed forever.
Yeah.
It's treason.
Yeah.
Let's see if the Democratic Republic of Congo will come out here and judge these people. Let's see some footages where they are taken to court and it's done according to the law. Let's see.
Somehow, I don't think so.
It's just backdoor stuff.
It's just going to be those backdoor blah, blah, blah.
That's Africa for you, right?
Even
there.
though US, because they are very shocked to know that Americans were part of this attempted coup, and it's very disappointing. Okay, fine. But now, what are you going to also do to help DRC? US Embassy.
You know, the USA, you must think CIA. It doesn't start today. You know, we keep a spade because we say it as it is. But we're also a little bit careful with how much we speak about these things because we don't want to draw too much. We don't want to let them know too much of what we know.
Okay.
You understand? But it's a known fact, and I'm not saying anything new here. Part of the reasons why there's so much political instability in the Democratic Republic of Congo is primarily because of the freaking USA. I'm telling you the truth. They were involved in the assassination of this guy.
Oh,
That's
Lumumba.
Lumumba. Sounds nice, huh?
Yeah, it does actually.
There's some freaking names out there that sounds really cool, huh?
It's like it rolls off the tongue
Even
quite
that
smoothly.
Malanga.
No.
Malanga sounds nice.
If I knew Malanga before this thing, I probably would have said something different, but no. Malanga is associated to something not nice.
Do our audience have the mindset to have a mature conversation without falling emotionally into some wayside? You know, coups, we are not up for coups. But when a government has had its chance for decades, it's not delivering. What do you do? That's Mobutu Sese Seko right there.
Ah, okay.
This is Patrice Lumumba. See how he was captured? You guys know the story about Patrice Lumumba. See what they're doing to him? That's the prime minister.
Jeez.
That's Mobutu right there, the dictator. So, these coups are inevitable eventually for every African country that's got a puppet in there that's doing things for their own interest. I suspect there might even be one in Cameroon because we got that Pope Biya over there, old as hell. Continuing to just benefit for themselves. And you'll get some Cameroonians who are having a cool life. I think in the there was some atrocities either on the English side or the French side of Cameroon. One of the two. I'll get more information on that before I speak too much on that. But even that Paul Biya himself is a dictator. He's out there just chilling out there for such a long time. What's also interesting to see, Ibrahim Traore initiated his coup in September of 2022.
Yes.
2022. So since 2022 till date, can you count how many coups attempts were performed in order to dethrone him, to get rid of him?
How many?
9.
Has it been 9?
He has survived 9 coups. Ibrahim Traore.
Wow.
Our Ibrahim Traore, the light of Africa, has survived 9 coups so far. He's the light of Africa. Who else has such integrity? Who else here? Who?
So those coups, those 9 coups, those are militant groups within Burkina Faso?
Within Burkina Faso. Within the army.
That small people, that small little country.
Yeah, that small little country has individuals in there also who want to take the power. They want to be the ruler of Burkina Faso. So think this way. Try to think this way. Try to go down this path. Ibrahim Traore, since he took power in September of 2022 to now be the leader of Burkina Faso, what has he done? He has built this gold refinery. He's worked to bring in to import tomato paste. He's built medical institutions. He's building relations with foreign powers for the good and better of Burkina Faso people.
Yes.
You have the citizens of Burkina Faso coming out here saying we want his transitional period to be extended and that in July we shouldn't hold any democratic elections. We want to give this guy a chance. We want this period to be extended. So you have all that.
Yeah.
This guy is performing. It's a known fact.
Yeah.
The African community agrees that
We can see
Ibrahim
it.
Traore is doing it. But some people are saying no. 9 times. Coups.
For what?
Coups 9 times. From different people, huh? Because every single time a coup happens, some people are captured.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And more keep rising up. It should let you know that it's not just the idea of some people from Burkina Faso that is coming from the outside, from foreign powers.
Yes. Yeah, that's a different point of view, huh? That's
People
interesting.
that perhaps have the backing of the West, perhaps France, the US. These boys, these Ibrahim Traores, this Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are causing a disruption. We cannot have this. Some of these coups are initiated by the West. It's not necessarily the fault of these people that don't have the resources. How do they get resources in the first place? The reason why I might be tempted to... Let's go back to the Democratic Republic of Congo. We're all over the place. We're on the motherland. The reason why I might be tempted to perhaps keep an open mind to Felix Tshisekedi's case is because I see him trying to forge, to establish relationships with Russia, for example. And that is a threat to America's interest in the region. We don't want Putin. We don't want the Russians to have upper hand on Africa, not just Democratic Republic of Congo, on Africa. That's why even with the Russian presence in Niger and all this kind of thing, all this is at the expense of America's interest. France, UK, all those people. So it makes me think there, right? As to, is Felix Tshisekedi on the right path here? Is he just having a hard time? Is he challenging certain powers? Certain powers that have been doing this for such a long time? Certain powers that took out Patrice Lumumba? Is he really, Felix Tshisekedi, the puppet, my puppet? Are you really doing your best to pivot? Should we give you the benefit of doubt?
I honestly think he's trying to cut those strings. He's really...
They come at a cost.
Yeah, we know the cost. We saw the cost, you know. These little things, they might just pop up every now and again. But, you know, I think he's doing a good job. He's really trying to pivot. From what I see and from what he's portraying, he's pivoting.
A puppet would perhaps always be a puppet. We shouldn't give this puppet the benefit of the doubt too quickly. We shall see. Because I also know that this is Felix Tshisekedi's second term.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I want to see some individuals that rise up within Felix Tshisekedi's party, who might be the next president, and if Felix Tshisekedi should be voted out or some shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
I think, how long is a term in Democratic Republic of Congo?
Yeah, it's the same as the US.
No, the US is 2 terms.
The US is 2 terms. Sorry.
on now.
Sorry.
The US say that Biden, it's not his.
No, he's wanting to do the second term.
This is his last term. This first and one and only.
Yes.
Is his last term.
Yes.
He cannot be allowed to come back again and fall around on different steps. It's embarrassing for the nation.
Did you hear about South Africa and Zuma?
No.
That he is not allowed, he cannot be the president of the MK party.
Why
because anybody in South Africa who wants to run for president cannot have a sentence longer than 12 months. Do you understand?
Yeah.
He was given a sentence of 15 months in prison.
I think there's an individual that goes by the name of Kumalo in that particular MK party in South Africa. Please keep up with us. That is the president of that particular party, that MK
That
party.
MK.
Yes. So they know that Zuma will not stand as the president, but he can still do the backing up of that particular party.
Oh, so he wasn't running to be president again?
No, he's just campaigning for that party. He wants that party to win so that that particular Kumalo, I'm guessing, I stand to be corrected, so that that particular Kumalo then takes the seat. Once he takes the key, it's the same ideology. They are part of the same crew. I think that Kumalo guy in that particular MK party is the one to take the seat should the MK actually succeed. Zuma is bringing in a crowd, huh? I think a day or two ago they held some sort of campaign in some stadium, packed to the core.
Yeah.
That movement of Zuma must fall still has not taught people what they're supposed to know.
Yeah.
They will vote for him. Some people get committed to certain figures out here for life, regardless of the fact that these people could be doing things with zero integrity. They will still vote for them. They will still want them in power. That's why now we're going to bring it to my fellow people who've been in the comment section all over the place since the last podcast. The Rwandese who are out here praising Paul Kagame. We don't expect you people to do otherwise. We know that you are proud of what Paul Kagame is doing within Rwanda. And according to you guys used to live in hell. And now that Paul Kagame is there, he's doing things for the country, he's rebuilding so and so and that infrastructure and all these kind of things. You people are in peace. You see him as a god in your Rwanda. But a lot of that development is being built on blood money.
Yes.
Because the US is out here supporting these particular militant groups that are causing all these chaos in East Congo through Paul Kagame, through Rwanda. And Rwanda has the audacity to then still come out here and hide about it and try to play it safe. And you have the citizens, Daisy, speaking of Kagame, Daisy.
Yes.
You understand those days? This is when he wasn't even a president before then.
Yeah.
He's been in power for 24 years now. Even since then, he was orchestrating and strategizing on different coups to overthrow people. He was part of the people that helped put in Laurent Kabila. You know Laurent Kabila? Those days, those 1996 days.
Yes.
These people were around for such a long time. And Tutsis and all this type of stuff. That one, once you really go deep into it, is one of the most evil people out here in Africa. Look at him.
And so how are people just...
Isn't it funny that I'm talking about his ass like this and
there he is. But how is it that even Rwandan citizens are just forgetting about the past? No matter what he's supposedly doing in Rwanda.
That's a human heart. As long as it benefits them, they couldn't give a shit about integrity. So the Rwandese will come out here and say, we want Paul Kagame as president for life because of what he's doing for us. We don't care if it's at the cost of other human lives. They don't care about that. And the Rwandese aren't the only people that will do that. You understand?
Yeah.
A human heart is selfish. It only thinks about itself. It's not going to come out here and try to do good for its neighbor or for the rest of humanity because of what's right. They don't.
No, some people, come on. Some people have a good heart.
We're generalizing here, huh?
Yeah.
We're generalizing here. Exceptions do not disprove the rule. We're generalizing. Okay. It's true.
Yeah.
So they'll think first for themselves.
And this thing that they are calling him, His Excellency, Paul Kagame. Come on. Why His Excellency?
According to them, he's delivering. According to them, he's building a mall. He's building a convention center that can hold 10,000 people. According to them, he's doing it for themselves. According to them, he's building a new state-of-the-art airport. So we want him here. Fine, keep him there. But we're not saying take him out. Some of these run these days, very quick to misunderstand because they don't take the time to actually read first. The moment you talk about them, they immediately run into some sort of defense.
Yes.
We don't expect you to do otherwise, but at least we expect you to have some sort of understanding.
Open mind.
Fine, the people decide. Fine, democracy means if it's working for us, we choose, we decide whether we want our leader to be there for life or not. Fine, we understand that part. But it's a different thing when it comes at the expense of other people.
Yes. Other people, other
humans.
Humans should not be dying. They should not be displaced, lose their homes. No.
Other civilians.
Other civilians. This is not a success.
The Democratic Republic of Congo has about, this figure keeps going up, 8 million people displaced. That is the population of Gaza times 4 almost.
Wow.
In Gaza, we were talking about that 2.3.
Yes.
That live in an open prison, as they say. And that 1.1 moved to Rafah. The Democratic Republic of Congo, since that 1996, for decades, the conflict has been existing there. We have about 8 million people displaced. That's a lot of people.
That's too many people. That is just not right.
And it's still not, it's been accepted as a way of life. It's been accepted around the world that particular region, that part of the world, that East Democratic Republic of Congo, North Kivu, should always live in conflict like that. It's been accepted that women should continue to experience sexual violence per hour. 50 women experience sexual violence per hour. In that East Democratic Republic of Congo, atrocities. But I'm glad that there's a particular filter. That's going viral now. Free Congo. Free the Congo.
Free the Congo.
Free the Congo.
Yes, free the Congo.
This particular filter that's currently raising funds to help the displaced has been doing very well.
Yes.
And we encourage everybody to continue to use this particular filter to raise awareness and to support the lives that are being affected by these greedy puppets. You understand what I'm saying? Whoever created this particular filter, God bless you. Your work is paid out and it will continue to pay out because my audience here will share this, will use this, will dance to this, will draw awareness, and will stand in solidarity with the people of the Congo. Because they have integrity. They care about human lives. They call a spade a spade. They don't like the fact that some genocides are happening around the world. So whoever did this filter, big ups.
I was just about to say that. Big ups.
You're about to say big ups. Yeah, big ups to whoever did that.
Yes.
So that's trending. That's going. It's good to see that. It's only the beginning. The fact that we are also now involved in talking about free Congo, things will change.
We're putting it out there.
Yes.
Putting it out in the universe.
Yes, exactly. More energy to this. That's why some of these people don't understand my tone. Who will come out here unapologetically and say free Congo. It's time now. It's been a long time coming. Some of us will come out here and decisively speak loud.
Yes.
Free Congo.
Yes.
Yes, you shall hear it. Whether you are a neighbor of Congo or not, whether you're guilty or not, whether you don't even know where Congo is.
Yes.
Free Congo.
And let this South African also say, free the Congo.
We are proud of the South African people.
Yes.
We are proud, and our condolences goes out to the troops of the South African people who lost their lives that went to Congo to try to maintain some peace.
Yes.
We're proud of South Africa. We're proud, huh? Because they're doing a great job. That's why we wish you good luck on the 29th of May.
Yes.
As you go out there and vote for your designated party. Right?
Julius Malema.
The EFF. The EFF is who we support. You have your own reason for supporting the DA, perhaps the UDM, or the ANC. It's up to you. You know the type of South Africa that you want to live in. So do we. So you are not being judged, but as long as you've done your homework as to why you're choosing to vote for that particular party. It's very simple stuff here.
Yeah.
It's very simple stuff. And at the end of the day, all we want is a united South Africa.
United Africa.
Okay, thank you. And a united South Africa. And a united South Africa.
That's true.
You know, sometimes it just comes out the way that it's supposed to come out.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Because I remember a time when we said a united South Africa, we don't just mean united South Africans. South Africa is one of those blessed countries that has opened up its doors and accept a lot of foreign nationalities.
Yes.
So just like you remember certain movements from the past with that xenophobia stuff, especially between, what's this country in West Africa?
Nigeria.
Yeah. The Nigerians and the South Africans, all those particular xenophobia attacks that took place a couple of years ago. I think it happened twice.
Yeah.
So somehow we need a united South Africa there also. But the point was a united Africa.
Amen.
Yes, we're going to get that. But these coups, sometimes they are necessary. But we can pinpoint, we can recognize a fake coup a mile away.
Yeah.
Just like that one that took place in Gabon. That was a fake coup, orchestrated.
That was clear as day. It was fake.
I heard, perhaps I read somewhere that Gabon, whoever that leader, that appointed leader is of Gabon, was trying to initiate some call to action to Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger to rejoin them, or to rejoin France, or to do some shit like that. You heard something like that?
I saw something like that, but I couldn't really get more information about it. So I was like, let's just wait on that one.
That particular orchestrated coup from those particular, not the Gabonese people. I was about to say Gabonese people. At the end of the day, you guys get this straight. When I say Gabon, when I say Rwanda, when I say South Africa, when I say Niger, Burkina Faso, Morocco, I'm not talking about any of you citizens. I'm talking about the people that govern your countries. I'm talking about your leaders, heads of states, president, people that have been elected in public office. So take a chill pill. Don't get out here and be all emotional about everything. We are talking about the people that run, people that make the decisions in your country, the lawmakers, the ones that take actions that end up in genocides, perhaps. Not you citizens. You have nothing to do with it. You were not part of those meetings. You did not go to the G7 or to BRICS. So please, calm down. They have to be told also, because they're so freaking sensitive out here.
Yeah.
That a small little tone like this just rubs them the wrong way, makes them too uncomfortable for them to hear. Your tone. Drink some water. Okay, I'll drink some water for you. Drink some water. Remember that
there was
comment?
A comment. Just drink water.
That was a Rwandese.
Oh, Lord.
A Rwandese chick.
Yes.
She told me, just calm down, drink some water. Hey, we are calm here.
Ew.
But we just are passionate about what we do. We're excited about the vision we have. Do you understand? We see an Africa that's united. We see Rwandese, we see Congolese, we see South Africans, Moroccans, Tunisians, Libyans, Egyptians.
As
everybody.
One. As one.
As one.
Yes.
Where are you from? I keep telling them I'm from Africa. But which part? I said, I'm glad you said which part.
Yes.
And then I say a place called Democratic Republic of Congo. Yes.
It's not a country.
It's not a country.
It's a place in Africa.
It's a place in Africa. It's a part of Africa. Yeah, well, why don't you just worry about your own DRC Congo and don't think about us? Why are you thinking so much about us, the Rwandese? Leave us alone. Worry about your own issues. Look at all the mess. Some of them even send me videos about the messed up infrastructures that currently exist in the Democratic Republic of Congo. We are not denying it. We know, we take responsibility. We've called our puppets out. We say it, our puppets are dropping the ball. They haven't been doing anything for decades.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean you neighbors can just come in there and steal the way that you want. Some fool had the audacity to come out here and says, well, protect your borders. Don't tell a thief to stop stealing. Just protect your borders. Yes, I understand you're right. I got to lock the door. We are working on our puppets.
Yes.
But while we work on our puppets to protect our borders, excuse us, we have 9 neighboring countries while we work on our puppets. You guys keep your hands to yourselves.
Yeah, man. Put in your pockets.
Yes, keep your hands to yourself. Okay? Please. And don't be out here just sounding like you don't care about human lives.
Yeah.
Because some of the things that come out of these Rwandese mouths is shocking sometimes.
Yeah.
Even when you tell them that we want everybody to just live in peace. There was only one lady, and I'll try to find that comment somewhere in one of those videos that went crazy, to try to just say something nice about her, because she was Rwandese, and she said, yes, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. As much as I like my president, I still don't like the fact that certain Congolese people are displaced and losing their lives. The atrocities that are going around with our neighbor is unacceptable. There was a particular Rwandese who spoke with integrity and honor and a sense of humanity within her. So we are not saying that Rwandese are bad people. We are not saying that. We are saying that your government is out here making decisions that are not exactly honorable.
They are not favorable to the African continent.
To the African community.
Yes.
To humankind.
Yeah, more importantly as well, yes.
Yes, they have a sting of selfishness attached to them, and that's what we're calling out here. Because we all know, it's not a secret, that West is involved over there.
Hey, deeply involved.
They are so freaking involved that when Felix Tshisekedi decided to talk to the, I don't know, is it the UN to open up a case or the IC, whatever, on Paul Kagame, they quickly came out there and rejected it. You remember that one?
I remember, yeah.
They rejected it. No. Whatever minerals he's selling to us, whatever resources are legal.
They are clean.
We know the black market. We know that the black market exists. If the black market exists between us civilians, you really honestly want us to think it does not exist within you puppets? Come on now. There are certain things that you people just slide under the table. We know that. Just stamp it. Can you prove it? Felix Tshisekedi, he's providing goods that are certified. Yeah, that's because these smugglers keep smuggling all these mineral resources out of the DRC and into Rwanda.
Yes.
Where Rwanda gets them stamped and then sells them abroad.
It's clean. It's clean.
Yeah, apparently it's clean.
Yeah.
It's laundering. Laundering of cobalt. Cobalt laundering. So that it ends up in, the US defense needs cobalt.
Oh, yeah, of course. All of those devices, of course.
The army, they need that cobalt. Those rechargeable batteries. You see how big Congo's conflict is? You see how many greedy hands, you see how many people benefit from this particular mineral that we have in the DRC Congo? You understand why we have this turmoil, this trouble, this for decades? It's because of this modern day and age. Everybody's out here trying to protect themselves left, right, and center, to protect their countries, their borders, their sovereignty. And so they need weaponry. They need technology. They need devices. And cobalt, we, the Democratic Republic of Congo, the richest country in the world, have plenty of cobalt. It's only befitting that we have so many greedy-ass thieves out here trying to steal from us. That's why we need an Ibrahim Traore like individual
Yes.
in the Democratic Republic of Congo. This particular Christian Malanga was not the one. He's selfish, he's greedy. He's been doing this because he did this because he's motivated by his own selfish greed.
Yes.
It pissed him off that some of his mines were taken away.
Yes. His pockets were affected.
They were
But
nationalized.
also, we are not encouraging coups, by the way.
We've never, if they think
Yeah,
that
we are
we are
not-
encouraging
yes.
coups, they don't have it.
You have to make sure that we are stressing that point. We are not encouraging a coup. Not at all.
What are we encouraging then?
We're encouraging a change.
Change.
A change. Even the puppets that are currently in power in whichever country in Africa.
Do you know a puppet cannot do things by themselves?
Yeah.
A puppet needs to be instructed.
Yeah, that's the strings.
Yes. Needs to be orchestrated, needs to be commanded. So when we are telling these puppets to pivot, they don't know what we mean because they are puppets. You have to play the puppet, the puppeteer.
Puppeteer, yes.
For now, the US and foreign powers are the puppeteers
They
of
are
our
the-
puppets, right? We need to become the puppeteers. We, the people, need to play with our puppets, instruct our puppets, teach our puppets. Say, no puppet, yes puppet. Come puppet, stay puppet, don't do that puppet. That's not for your good puppet. Hey, puppet, that's your minerals. You should use your minerals for your own good, for your own country. Hey, puppet.
Yes.
You have 9 neighboring countries. You need a strong army. You need to protect your borders. Hey, puppet. Stop working with all these foreign powers. Stop relying on France. Stop going to Russia. Just go in there so quickly. Think, puppet. Okay, come back here, puppet. Come. Sit, puppet. First of all, look at your own country. You understand, huh? Look at your own country, puppet. So
yeah, that's a very, very
we can't
interesting
just leave
way.
it up to themselves.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like we said, we call them puppets because they need to be instructed.
They cannot
So,
do it
yeah.
by themselves.
Yeah.
They cannot do it by themselves. That's why we need more activists out here. We need more Congolese to stand up. We need more Congolese to get on their freaking phones, on these devices, and speak more on the issues, the atrocities that are happening in Congo. That's why we say we are so freaking proud of whoever created that particular filter, Free the Congo.
Yes.
And I doubt that that's a Congolese person. I have individuals in my social media. I have some people I know that I conversate with that are also a part of the movement to want to liberate the people of Congo that aren't even Congolese.
Yes.
I have people from all over the place in Africa fighting for Congo. So why need all my Congolese people to talk more? To talk more about the issues, the atrocity that's happening. It's not good enough just to throw some money
No.
to Focus Congo or to Friends of the Congo. While we appreciate those particular groups, Focus Congo and Friends of Congo, big ups. Those are my people. I love those people. I support them. You understand what I'm saying?
I get you.
While it's good to give money, you need to do your best to also draw awareness to this. Yes, Congolese.
Yes.
Some of these Congolese are out here just to critique. But then they think throwing some money on the table is enough. It's all that they have to do. You need to join hands. You need to be effective. You need to be busy. You know, this brings me back to a scripture I love so much because I am a Christian.
Yes.
I say it proudly.
Yes.
All that's needed for evil to prevail is for good people to do nothing. All that's needed for a conflict, for a genocide to continue on in East Democratic Republic of Congo is for Congolese to do nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, good people to do nothing. All that's needed for evil to prevail is for innocent beings to do nothings. If you just sit on your whatever, you know that word?
Yeah.
Starts with an A.
Yeah.
If you just sit on your A,
On your poop.
on that, you are allowing for this atrocity to continue. Somehow, somewhere, according to the laws of physics and according to spirituality, according to the word of God, you are a catalyst to the conflict, to the issue at hand.
Yes. Nicely said.
I wonder if they understood that one.
No. You have to understand that one. That one was said
I'll
You
say it
said,
in a
wow.
different way. I wonder if they understood that one or if they were too busy just listening to my tone. Listen to the content.
Yes.
Another Rundee felt the need to talk about the way I see it rather than the words that were coming out of my mouth.
What are these
Like
looking
people
at?
focus on things that are just pointless sometimes. My goodness, why must I sit like you? I am who I am. This is how I sit. I'm not even thinking about the way I'm sitting.
Yeah.
It's just happening. Focus on the content, not the tone, not the clothes, not the sitting position, not the smile, nothing else. Just focus on the words that are coming out of my mouth. Words that are coming out of my mouth.
Oh, Lord, keep it simple. Just listen to the content.
Yes.
You'll understand it. It's very simple.
And you guys must know, you must know this. As you watch these videos, you must know this. Keep this in mind. The purpose of this podcast, the purpose of doing this is to provoke thought-provoking conversation. Thought-provoking. If you are the sensitive type, you better scroll. If you're the sensitive type, if you want to ignore the issue, if you want to compliment, you better scroll. Out here, we are engaged in having thought-provoking conversations. It might just not sit well with you, but if you have the mindset, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you're welcome. It won't be so emotional for you.
It won't be such a tough pill to swallow.
Yes. You shall be respected. Your opinions are expected. It's only these fools. And this week I had a lot of them from Rwanda that came out here just being too emotional about everything that they were saying. Too freaking emotional. That's why I instructed a lot of them. Okay, I'm sorry for saying instructed. That's why I asked a lot of them, just click the link in the bio.
Take the time.
Take the time and go and watch the full podcast. That's it. The long format video, okay? Don't just rely on the clip. All right, go watch the long format video. Yeah, it will help you understand better. You will realize that my only content is not just about Rundees, that we are out here talking about the entire motherland.
Yes.
Because that's the aim, to unite. You cannot change what you don't acknowledge. So first we need to acknowledge the fact that most puppets out here only think for themselves, that puppets out here are not interested in the needs of the people. You have to first acknowledge that. You have to acknowledge that there are more than 100 militant groups in East Congo. There are in fact 200.
220, yeah.
220, big and small. You have to talk about it. You first have to say that some Moroccans don't consider themselves Africans and that this should stop. You first have to bring that to the forefront before we can then start talking and say, why do you say that? Perhaps you might even just end up educating me. Who knows? We are willing to we stand to be corrected.
Yeah.
We don't know it all. We live and we learn.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yes.
We are just having these conversations, and however it progresses, just listen to the content.
Yes, it's supposed to just sitting around, be willing to have Africa be called a third world country for life. Jesus. You know, what always comes back to my head is the fact that I always think that one day my children will ask me, but Daddy, what did you do?
Oh, yeah.
About that.
Yeah. Yes. You say you're talking, you're complaining about this, not exactly you. A father is complaining every day about something, and then the child will ask, but how did you try to change that?
Yes. Or in this case, an African will just be complaining about the state that Africa is in, that Africa finds itself in. But what did you do about it? Like we said before, there's a scripture that we quoted here before. If you did nothing, you're a part of the issue. Doing nothing and just standing there to criticize, you are part of the issue.
Yes.
You have to take some sort of active steps. Some people also came out there, you just talking. You guys can continue to talk. Rundees, you Congolese people, you can just continue to talk while we continue to build our country. I even went as far as saying, While it's not your fault, you citizens, while it's the fault of your leaders, of your apparent Kagame, it's being built on blood money.
Completely.
There's a genocide happening in East Congo, in North Kivu. You cannot be proud of what you are building at the expense of other people. Doesn't work.
No.
It's not right. That's why things need to change. I want to see a day come when the Congolese people and the Rwandese people and people from Uganda and Burundi live together. That's why I admire the coalition that's currently happening now in that Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali.
Yeah.
They're all neighbors, huh?
Yeah.
They're all neighbors. The confederation, they're all neighbors. They're together.
They formed a confederation.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
And we got Senegal joining the team. That's why we're going to zoom in more on Senegal also, because I think I like the vision of Senegal. I like where this particular young man is headed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Senegal is joining the team. The ECOWAS, those elders, Tinubu, chairperson of ECOWAS. Oh, those ones. We need fresh blood out here.
Yeah.
We need the youth to take over. Out with the old, in with the new. We need fresh ideas. We need courageous, brave young men to come out here and lead us to the promised lands.
Yes.
These puppets have been living in these conditions where they've been profiting and benefiting from the agreements that they signed with the colonizers for a long, long time.
Yeah.
That needs to change.
It's changing.
That needs
It's
to come to an
changing.
end.
It really is. You can see that there's a very big pushback from the youth.
From the youth, yes. There's let's say it properly. Let me think. Let me see how to say it. There is you were on the right you're on the right path. You said it now. There's a uphill climb here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It started in the West Coast,
Yes.
west of Africa. There's an uphill. Yeah. There is, huh?
There
If
is.
you just sit back and think, you'll see it.
Yes.
Okay. It's a blessing that we're talking names like Ibrahim Traore is doing this.
Yeah. Last
It's a
year it
blessing.
wasn't in my. I mean, the year before it was
decades.
not in my mind. Yeah, but things are really pushing forward.
Yeah.
Slow and steady, but you see it.
That's why this year, 2024, is a very important year in the political landscapes of the motherland of Africa, because there are 19 elections.
Yes.
In July, it's Rwanda. Rwanda also is in July. Is it in May? I think Rwanda is in May. 15th of May.
No, that means it's done already.
No. Is it June?
I'm not
15th
sure.
of June, I believe. I think it's the 15th of June. Anyway, I stand to be corrected. But I think it's the 15th of June. They're also holding
Rwanda, let me see.
Rwanda. And there's like 19 more. South Africa on the 29th, and there's just more. Burkina Faso, they're supposed to have theirs in July. There's just so many more. But we hope that there won't be any chaos. We hope that these particular countries will just come out here and do the rightful thing. That's what we hope for.
Yes.
I bet you it's in June when you check in there. And they've all come out here. Hey, listen, go out and vote for Paul Kagame. Nobody's telling you to change your vote. Nobody's telling you not to. Okay?
July, 15th of July.
For Rwanda.
Yes.
Yeah. I knew it was the 15th.
Yeah.
The 15th of July, they're voting again. He served 24 years already.
I think it's time to let him just enjoy his life, man. Please. You need to get out of power.
You know what we need to do? You know what should perhaps happen? Let him do his thing. We let him do his thing. If the people want him there, the people want him there, they can have him. We're not out here fighting for him.
Yes.
But we as the Congolese people, we just need to protect our borders. Yes, I know. We just need to hold our puppets accountable. If it is for real that this particular Felix Tshisekedi is out here trying to forge new relationships with people like Russia and all this for the good and better of the DRC Congo, he will face some major force from the US. Because the US, no jokes, all jokes aside, we know what they did in 1961 with Lumumba.
Yeah.
They are not interested in some form of self-governing in the Democratic Republic of Congo. They want to be in charge of the puppets.
Yes.
Without the DRC Congo, companies like Glencoe, Apple, Tesla, even as far as the US defense, all these people that need this particular cobalt mineral, where would they be? Where would it be? That's why there's so much conflict, to keep a spade and to bring it all the way back down to its simplest form. Cobalt is our blessing and our curse at the same time.
Yes.
Because of the modern age that we live in now, you know, with electric cars and rechargeable batteries, devices, all these arms. That's what's happening.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
That's the true reason. It's our blessing and our curse at the same time.
Yeah.
Your glory walks hand in hand with where you're doomed.
Whoa.
It's true.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything new. It's a cliche also.
Yeah, it is.
It's just not said a lot.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard it that way before. That's why.
Because you know why that is? That's why you see sometimes somebody, let's take the example of a boxer. Mike Tyson is going to be fighting Jake Paul. Jake Paul is almost 20 to 30 years younger than him.
Yes.
Mike Tyson is 58 or 58 years old. He believes he's still Iron Mike. But he's about to take on this young, fresh blood, right? Who's about 26, 27.
Yeah.
Why do you think he's taking this fight? Because according to himself, Mike Tyson, his glory still stands. He knows that he is still Iron Mike. He believes that he still is, that he has it in him to overcome. He's a world champion. He's Mike Tyson. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it would be very difficult for him to say to himself,
I can't do this.
look, I've overgrown this stage. I'm not as quick as I used to be, or as fast. And this particular young boy, let me not underestimate him. I submit. I'm not taking this fight. No. There will be that thing that will still be like, I think I can. And then somehow people end up facing the end of that because of that which was once the best about them. That which that was once what they were able to do so effortlessly.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these coups, some coups are real, some coups are fake, some coups are for self-interest.
Yes.
But we know for sure, and we can see it, and everybody can see it, that those particular 3 coups in West Africa are the real coups.
Yes.
Not these ones that come left, right, and center from the Christian Malangas of the world, or whoever, or the Gabonese. Please, we can see it, we can see it a mile away. You can see it a mile away. And it was very easy to see this particular coup of Christian Malanga, to see that it was for
what it
self-gain.
was. Yes. Yeah. Even there, like, even if I didn't understand what he was saying in his videos, it was just him and his ego talking. I can do this. I can do this. Felix.
And now he's gone.
We are taking you out.
And now he's gone. He once was, and now he's gone.
Wow. Just like that, huh?
Just like that. You leave by the arms, by the arms.
Wow.
You leave by the arms, you get unalived by the arms. That's a cliche too, huh?
Yeah.
He was a general who had the habit or the skill to pull the trigger until he walked hand in hand to his glory. His glory. He walked hand in hand to when finally he got doomed.
Oof. Yes.
Yeah, because he believed.
He believed that he could do that.
I will get past this presidential palace and I'll find that Tshisekedi. I'll get in there. I know exactly I know the ins and outs of this palace. I've been here before. Let's go. Come on, son.
Whoa. Come on, son.
He's even better off. He's even better off because he's on the other side.
Oh, that's true.
The son is still young.
Still facing whatever he's facing right now.
Can you imagine what the son is going through as he's being interrogated to the core?
Yeah.
Were they the organizers of this coup? Or are there some powers behind this? We need the USA to come out here and explain what's going on. An investigation is being done. We want to know. So the interrogation is not necessarily a friendly handshake. Huh?
It's not going to be easy.
Yeah. Anyway, puppets, start pivoting into doing things for the good and better of the people. Don't wait for a coup to come your way.
Nope.
It's not fun. But we hope that there will not be any more coups in that Burkina Faso. Because 9 coups in less than 2 years is a lot.
Yeah.
Especially when that particular Ibrahim Traore is doing so well.
Yes.
Everybody sees that, the entire African community sees that Ibrahim Traore is doing an exceptional job for the people of Burkina Faso and for the spirit of Africans, period. The fact that we have these coups happening left, right, and centers, threatening his life, the fact that he's a target for some people, makes you think as to how many powers and who's behind these particular coups. We hope that there will not be number 10.
Nope.
It would be very obvious. Thank you.
Thank you.